Hello everyone! This video is going to be decently longer than usual, due to the length of the recording and due to me having more to say. First, let me address my stance on the QWAL situation. I do not support her or her actions, and am glad she's stepping away from Dandy's world. Not fully stepping down, but stepping away. I will not be purchasing any future game passes from Dandy's world, and I did not participate in Tish's Tune of the Week due to the controversy. I support the victims fully, and believe full-heartedly that Quell should have stepped away sooner and properly addressed concerns and issued the victims apologies. With all that said, you may be wondering why I went dead during the controversy, and it wasn't just because I couldn't morally make Dandy's world content, as my content has been dead for a while. You guys deserve an explanation. So basically, I've been in Peru for the last couple of months, and that meant I couldn't record or edit due to me not having cellular, or even having my devices due to the rules of the place I was staying with. I only recently got my iPad back, which is what I'm playing on. It has a keyboard attachment in it. That's why it has PC overlays.
Taking a piss. Waxwell trying to complete the machine while I'm AFK. Hay's not in our age range. My wonderful teammates trying to protect me despite not being in Waxwell's age group either. Trying to communicate with Waxwell and failing. He doesn't understand why he can't do the machine. He finally understands and moves away from the machine. At this point, I'm back at my iPad and I'm getting comfy, speeding up in a few seconds.
This next section is a whole lot of nothing. You can skip ahead until 5:07 to get to me distracting some grabbers and Sprout. The floor is a mess, and I will lose some twisteds. Now, this floor is an absolute mess, and that's underselling it. We have Goob, Scraps, Sprout, and Shelly. Our main distractor is Waxwell and has on to Hearts. So for the entirety of this floor, I will be kiting a mix of Scraps, Goob, and Sprout. I never actually got Shelly on me. I have not sped this part up very much so you can look at how I distract and either learn from my mistakes or learn from my technique. This floor includes me distracting Pebble around an island. This means that there will be a lot of spinning, so warning, for people who get easily dizzy or motion sick. The warning starts at around 8:30 and goes on until about 12:15. I will be giving lessons on kiting Pebble in that time. Lesson 1. Do not gather Pebble at such close range. Wait for him to move farther out and preferably aggro him. Head on so you have more time to react. Lesson 2. If you are not intending to jungle kite and need to lose some twisteds from you, make sure to be careful of your teammates, like this squirm. And once the area is clear, attempt to break line of sight with the other twisteds and keep Pebble on you. This sounds hard, but Pebble has a long attention span, so it should be easy enough to lose others but keep him. However, actually breaking line of sight long enough to lose the twisteds is a lot easier said than done, at least on a small map like this. On large maps you can run in a nice long line and make space between you, Pebble, and the other twisteds. Then cut a sharp corner to lose all twisteds that are not Pebble. It is much easier to complete this if you have communication with your teammates, such as VC over Discord or some other communication app that does not involve typing, so you can full focus on Pebble. I, however, did not have this option and was forced to just lose them and hope for the best. This is not recommended, but your life is more important than your teammates' lives. But that doesn't mean you should stop distracting as soon as you're at 1 heart. This is what the Waxwell was doing, and it nearly got people hit many times since he would just cut loose and let the twisteds roam. Personal gripes with teammates aside, when it comes to distracting Pebble without help from another tune such as Babette or Astro, and without item help such as boxes of chocolate or bottles of pop. You will want to find an island. It doesn't really matter how big or small, it just needs to feel right to you and preferably be away from your teammates. Now on to the meat of it. Lesson 3. Always loop Pebble in an area away from your teammates. Due to when you are looping you will almost constantly be cutting line of sight and then regaining line of sight. This makes it super easy for Pebble to aggro on another tune and lose you if someone gets close. Doesn't matter their stealth either, since Pebble will see them as the closest and you won't be in sight range. Be very careful regaining Pebble aggro like I did. At such a close range it is easy to forget that Pebble is so fast and he could surprise you and get you hit like how he did when I aggroed him earlier. It is also easy to go too fast for Pebble when looping, like what I just did. This means that you need to go slower. When looping Pebble around an island with 4-star movement speed, you should rarely have to run if you're kiting him properly. The island is your friend, stop trying to get away from it. I promise the overgrown puppy will not be a much friendlier face. Final lesson for kiting Pebble. If you are an extractor with less stealth or more stealth than your distractor, do not come near a distractor who is looping Pebble if they're kiting Pebble. In an open space without looping him, chances are you can squeak by unnoticed if the distractor has less or the same stealth as you, such as if you're Shelly and the distractor is Louie. Now I know one of the most popular trinket combos for distracting is train whistle and dogfish, but if you're setting up to kite Pebble as a 4-star movement speed tune, I promise that speedy shoes will serve you better than train whistle. I know train whistle is very good, but speedy shoes will be much more helpful than it will when it comes to Pebble. Trust me, the 5% buff does a lot more than you may think. This is of course optional. Wear whatever you want as long as you know what you're doing. I've seen a sprout with fancy purse and V-mode kite twisted Pebble and not get hit. So as long as you are sure you can stamina manage and stay safe, you can kite with whatever you want. And when getting to the elevator you should do whatever is in your power to stay safe when getting there, like I tripped my eject button to get to elevator safely. Okay, thanks for listening to my lesson on distracting Pebble. I'll probably make another video on distracting without twisted Pebble background footage for people who get dizzy or motion sickness. Because I don't get either of those and watching the Pebble footage makes me dizzy.
I really like swimming, Barnaby.
Okay, thanks for watching my dumb self play Swimmy Barnaby for like a minute. This is when our game started bugging, which led to a lag spike that sadly killed me on this floor.
Stupid fucking ping spike kicked my ass. At least it was Twisted Cosmo, my favorite Twisted.